Good evening, America. Welcome to Cross Country. Tonight, President Joe Biden is under more scrutiny than ever before. He's the commander-in-chief, the leader of the free world, but it took pressure from the liberal media to get him to finally acknowledge his 4-year-old granddaughter, Navy, the daughter of his scandal-ridden son, Hunter, and a woman from Arkansas who filed a paternity suit back in 2019. So after touting only 6 of his 7 grandchildren for years, the president now says, Jill and I only want what's best for all of our grandchildren, including Navy. He says it's a family matter, not politics. But it's far from the first time that Joe Biden, a career politician who's been in D.C. for half a century, has been at the center of controversy. The gaffes, stumbles, and scandals started back at the very beginning. Take this, for example, from 1988 when Biden was, guess what, running for president.
What law school did you attend, and where did you place in that class? And the other question is, could you quickly, I think
I probably have a much higher IQ than you do, I suspect. I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school.
And that wasn't the only awkward moment for the then Senator Biden. He was accused of plagiarizing speech after speech, effectively ending his campaign after just 3 months. So fast forward to this controversial gaffe from his 2020 presidential bid.
We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
So all of this before we ever knew the truth about Hunter Biden and his business dealings or his laptop. The father-son scandal has been playing out in the public eye ever since.
Mr. Vice President, how many times have you ever spoken to your son about his overseas business dealings?
I've never spoken to my son about his overseas business dealings.
And the president has said that he never spoke to his son about his overseas business dealings. Is that still the case?
Yes. Curious if the White House and the president still stand behind his comment that he's never been involved and has never even spoken to his son about his business.
So I've been asked this question a million times. The answer is not going to change. The answer remains the same. The president was never in business with his son. I just don't have anything else to add.
Lie. Accountability, truth, and transparency. That's all the American people are asking for. That's what they were promised. And what we've gotten, and that's what we've never gotten from this president. So is this really what we're being offered again in 2024? Let's bring in our panel. I'm joined by Fox News contributor Jason Chaffetz as well as Sara Carter. So, Jason, I'll go to you first because you used to be over the Oversight Committee. I found it astonishing what this judge said. We've had several people on this program talk about the sweetheart deal, and we said, you know, Kodak Black, Lil Wayne, they would never know. The thousands of Americans that get in trouble with the law, they would have never gotten that deal. But the judge asked the prosecution as well as the defense, is there any precedent? And to which they responded, no.
Yeah, because there wasn't. I mean, this was a sweetheart deal that gave him immunity on everything, even into the future. And a judge rightly looked at it and found it, and thank goodness that she did, because this sweetheart deal was going to just wipe everything away. And they thought they had this cute little deal all set up, but it wasn't the case, Lawrence. Look, all we're trying to do is to make sure that there's an equal application of justice. And we all know that if your name is Biden or Clinton or something like that, you're going to get a totally different deal than anybody else in America. And we all know that if it was Donald Trump or a Republican or Ron DeSantis or anybody, they would have come guns a-blazing, doing everything they can to try to take these people down.
You know, Sara, this is just the most recent scandal. Why does he always get off with this? Oh, he's an honest man. He's an admirable guy. Oh, Uncle Joe. When we see time after time, he lies to the American people.
Well, he's like Teflon, kind of like the Clinton family. The Democrats own this, you know? They kind of control what I call the bureaucracy in Washington, D.C., the swamp. That's what's going on here, Lawrence. See, for decades, they've been putting people into positions within the Department of Justice, within the DNI, the Director of National Intelligence, within the CIA, within all of the various bureaucracies. They have placed all of their friends and allies. And most importantly, the media, which refuses to expose the truth on them. I mean, this is just one of so many scandals, and you listed some of them, plagiarism. Do you remember when he went to Baltimore and he talked about, you know, the blonde hair on his legs and how all the little kids would come over and look at the blonde hair glistening on his legs and corn pop and, you know, racist statements that he's made. But they keep covering up for him because he stands on what are these Marxist democratic policies. And Jason's right. It was the judge that made a difference here. The sweetheart deal was negotiated by not only the prosecution, but by the defense, because they had to have agreed to it. And so in the end, in the final end, what we see here is a system, thankfully, it's been exposed, but only because of this judge. And we don't really know what's going to happen in the future. What we do know is that the Bidens have taken exorbitant amounts of money, it appears, and especially Hunter Biden, from adversarial nations. And there should be a full investigation into that, and an intelligence investigation that should span not only Congress, but a special counsel or something outside of that to find out how much of our nation has actually been sold out, possibly by this family. And that's how frightening this really is.
So true. Real quickly, Jason, him and the First Lady decided that they wouldn't be deadbeat grandparents anymore. So I guess we should celebrate that.
That is such a load of garbage. They're doing the best thing for Navy. If they were doing the best thing, they would have been in court trying to reduce the payment that are going to her and her family. They could have acknowledged this at the same time the DNA test came back positive. The only reason, Lawrence, they did this is because they were called out by Peggy Noonan, and they did not like that. And so they finally, on a Friday night, to People magazine, gave a written statement.
Shady. Yeah. And so shady of People's for reporting it on a Friday night, doing the bidding of the president. Sarah, Jason, thanks so much for joining the program.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.